Hi there. This is the next question in this video series. We're going to be working on the top reviewed customers per product, part of the data expert IO SQL question set. So we're going to look through this real quick. Using the table playground.productViews, write a SQL query to identify for each product the customer who provided the highest review score. For each product, the customer who provided the highest review score. If there are ties in review score, the customer with the most helpful votes should be considered top. The output should include columns for product ID, customer ID, review score, and helpful votes, capturing the details of the top review for each product ordered in ascending order of product ID. Okay, well that's a mouthful, but we'll break that down here in just a minute. What we want to first look at is this is the shape of our data, right? So this is the source data, seller, which contains seller ID, customer ID, product ID, review date, review score, and the helpful votes. Our answer needs to include these columns: product ID, customer ID, review score, helpful votes. All right, so first things first, let's just take a look at the data. What are we dealing with here? Okay, so we can see these are all of our columns, and we have one page. Okay, so let's remark that, and let's step through this real quick. We know we're going to need at least the product, the customer, and the highest review score. We've got some other details right along the way, so we'll just start by cherry picking out, specifying exactly what we're wanting. Product ID, we want the customer's ID, we want the review score, and helpful votes. Playground.product reviews. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Alright. So, the next thing we want to do is we had a hint here. Highest review score. If there are ties in the review score, the customer with the most helpful votes should be considered top. Okay, so that is kind of pseudo talk for rank, right? We're wanting to rank the products by their highest score and identify the customers who, let's see, is that right? Yeah, the customers along the way. So, so we're going to change this a little bit. We're going to add a new return column, and we're going to use the rank function to help us partition the data. So we're going to partition by, and we want product ID, right? Because we're trying to group these products into like columns or groups. So what this will break out, we'll have each of these products will have all of the reviews and helpful votes for those products. So we want to order that. Now remember earlier, we want the highest review score. So we're going to order in descending. And you'll see why shortly, but we're going to order by review score first, right, provided the highest review score. And then as an add-on, because we want to settle ties, the customer with the most helpful votes should be considered top. Okay, so what we're going to do to allow that to happen, review score descending because we want the highest value on top, right? And then we're going to say helpful votes descending because that's our second level of ranking, right? If we encounter two products IDs that have the same review score, the helpful votes, or two product reviews with the same score, then the helpful votes is going to be the deciding factor, right? So we're going to call this rank. Okay. So let's run that, and we should see a new column show up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what we've done here is we've taken these reviews, and you can see the review score. 4 is the highest, 3.8 is the middle one, 3.5 is the lowest one. Right? And let's see, can we dig out a tiebreaker? Probably should have looked at the data more closely before I recorded the video, but so we'll just keep moving forward. So we're getting a little closer right now. We have a ranking. So because we have a ranking, now we want to fish this back out, sort of step it back out a little bit. And we're going to do that with a common table expression called, a lot of people you'll hear them referred to as CTEs, but common table expression. And essentially we're just creating a table in memory as part of the query so that it just makes it cleaner, a little easier to manipulate after the fact as well. So we're going to say ranked with ranked reviews as, and we'll come down here and close that out. And then now we should be able to just say select star from ranked reviews. Ah, typo. There we go. Okay, so nothing's changed, but we can see that the select is actually working as we need it to. Go ahead and comment that out for a moment. Okay, so now we need to finish the query off, right? So we have this query here that's getting us our data in this fashion, or in this shape, which has our rankings, helpful votes, review scores, customer ID, and product ID. So now we need to drill into those requirements a little deeper in that for each product, we want the customer who provided the highest review score. Right, now we've already taken care of what happens if there's a tie or anything like that. That's the ranking here. So the next step is going to be, we want to select our product ID, our customer ID, our review score, and our helpful votes. From ranked reviews. Okay, so we'll get something very similar to what we already have with that query. Okay. So we lost the column, but that's just because we excluded it here, right? So, so the next thing we want to do though is we want to say where. So if we run here, right, where okay. So as we can see from the earlier query here, we have this rank column or field, and what we're going to do is we're not going to look at it anymore, but we're going to say where rank equals 1, because we just want that top ranked item for each product, right? And then the final tidbit, ordered in ascending order of product ID. Now we're probably gonna, oh no, we might not actually, because they're not in order. So let's run this. It'll still not meet the criteria for the check. Yeah, see that? 203 should be 204. Okay. So you see that our ranking's working. We're pulling out just what we need. And now we're going to say order by product ID ascending. Ordered in ascending order of product ID. Yep. And there we are. So you can see we've got the product IDs, the customer ID who left the highest score for that particular product, and the number of helpful votes that were used as deciding factors. So that's the end of this question, or explainer as Zach coined it. If there's any questions or notes or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.